J. Kuma presents Elections in Cookie Club History. The second CNC in Cookie Club history was held on November 22nd and 23rd of the year 2024. This was the first CNC held in the CNC game and marked the first time the CNC was streamed on the Cookie Club channel. After the August CNC, all guys' administration had the power to do whatever they want to make the club better, and so they did. The club grew from 7 to 16 members by the November CNC. This election was very interesting, so we need to start at the beginning to understand it. On October 14th, co-owner J. Kuma announced that he was running for owner against incumbent Ongai on his ad. He introduced the inactivity crisis on the ad, which blew the minds of viewers. On November 4th, Ongai introduced the funding issue in his ad, which also blew the minds of viewers. He also announced the KCCA movement, which was a direct response to J. Kuma's MCCA movement. Ongai would later release 5 more ads before CNC Day, all of which criticized J. Kuma and his policies. On November 14th, J. Kuma released his ad titled Make Cookie Club Awesome, which was an absolute masterpiece at the time and responded to Ongai's attacks perfectly. Even though J. Kuma won in the polls, Ongai won the election with 5 votes compared to J. Kuma's 1 vote. Ongai became the first person to win re-election at a CNC. After J. Kuma lost the owner election, he ran for co-owner against incumbent head of member Zale. Zale won by a 2-vote margin, Zale having 4 votes and J. Kuma having 2 votes. After J. Kuma lost co-owner, he ran for head of members against former head of security Bagel, who had resigned earlier that month. Bagel won by a narrow 1-vote margin, with Bagel having 4 votes and J. Kuma having 3 votes. After J. Kuma lost head of members, he ran for head of security against incumbent head of security Jai. They tied 2 times until J. Kuma won the 3rd time, with 4 votes compared to Jai's 2 votes. By now, each HR role was allowed to have an assistant. Ongai chose Maxie, a member, to become assistant to the owner. Zale chose Grant, the former assistant to the co-owner under J. Kuma, to become assistant to the co-owner for him. Bagel chose former head of security Jai to become assistant head of members. J. Kuma chose Mr. Duck, a security member, to become assistant head of security. The new roles, head of finance and head of courts, were now created at this time. They are to be appointed by the owner. Owner Ongai appointed Loco, a member, to head of finance, and Akira, a security member, to head of courts. Well, that's all for now. See you in the next election, cookies.